Dorrough Music.
What up? What up?
What's up, fam bam?
Man, I'm out here, man. Had to bring some new Texas energy out here to
Come on
California.
now. You bring some brisket?
Nah, I ain't bring no brisket this time, but yeah, I brought some heat though that where you can make brisket with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So new music.
Yeah, new fire, basically. Yeah, new fire, new music. You know what I'm saying? But I also came back out here to take in the culture again.
And get balled up tomorrow night.
Man, listen, I'm gonna put 30 points in. 30 points up tomorrow. Yeah. But yeah, I came out here just to relive this California experience. I done had it a few times, and I love balancing it out with being back from home.
And California is a part of your new music, of your new song.
Yeah, it's a big influence on this. The song is actually called Texafornia, so California is like 50% of the reason why this song is even here.
For all the weed smokers.
For the weed smokers, just the weed smokers, the culture, the city, the states. It's like a lot of all involved. If you like turn up, you know what I'm talking about. It's just a movement, basically. It's more so of a movement than anything. But yeah, it's definitely for the weed culture. Shout out to all my smokers.
So, to this day, one of the biggest songs for me everywhere I go is "Ice Cream Paint Job." I know you're probably like me, man, because my ice cream paint job was as Get Buckin' Here.
Yeah.
And so to this day, everywhere I go, they're like, man, play Get Buckin' Here, play Get Buckin' Here. Does it ever get on your nerves that you had, because it was such a big song?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows that song in hip hop.
Definitely. I mean, and it blew up out here too, on this West Coast. So it got a unique story to it.
I want to hear it.
I mean, actually, the song basically.
Yeah, have I ever asked you that? How did that song come about?
So how it turned out is, being from Texas, being from Dallas, like I made a lot of music. I had a big buzz down south. You know what I'm saying? But I was known more so for mixtapes and like slower club records. But I used to always be fascinated with jumping on up-tempo beats, which is different from anything that's down south. Especially at that time, people weren't doing that. So long story short, once I did the song for a mixtape, and that was this, you talking about MySpace. This is when during that time was popping. So I put the song on MySpace, and long story short, DJ A-Man from the Bay Area came to my my page and got it out there, and he was just like, "What's up, man? What's up with this song? It's original." I was like, "Yeah, it's a song I did for a mixtape." He like, "This it's slapping, you feel me? I'm gonna blow this up in the Bay." And he did just that. He started playing it in the clubs and on the radio out there. I had never been to Cali. The song blew up. Then it came to L.A. It blew up. You know what I'm saying? But actually, I think you was the first one to play it on air out here in L.A. But long story short, it organically had an internet MySpace story to it, but it blew up on the West Coast, and then it went worldwide from there. Then it went back to Texas. You know what I'm saying? So that's a special record.
And that shit took you around the world.
To this day.
To this day.
But what's special about it is, like, now looking back, now I can really see how strong the song was, because I was all in the moment at the time. And at this time, when you make, they call it a classic. When you making a classic at the time, you don't realize that's what it is. But now looking back, I'm like, damn, that's a big song, because like you say, everywhere I go, I still hear it.
Damn. So it still is. I mean, and that song helped you get the key to the city of Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
I want to hear more about that, man, because, and I think I hit you when that all came about.
Yeah.
That's huge, man. Not many people get the key. To say that you got the key to your city is beyond an accomplishment.
Oh yeah, I've been putting a lot of work in Dallas for a minute, but at the end of the day, it's what the seeds you plant, you feel me, that end up growing. So, even songs coming from just the whole movement is how I got the key to the city. I done a lot for the city. I done put a lot of different things in the community.
Give me some examples.
I mean, Christmas times, I done bought bikes for kids, and bought books for schools. Over the years, over the years, putting back into the community different ways for a long period of time, while also putting on for the city as an artist, as a rapper. So just those combinations combined is really how it all came about over a period of time. And I was blessed to definitely have the key to the city, but I'm just now supposed to use that key and make stuff work, you feel me?
Yeah.
And one of the first things I'm gonna do with the key is unite this West Coast, you know what I'm saying, with Texas, you know what I'm saying? It's a Texafornia movement. So that's one of the first things I'm gonna do with the key, because I had a special experience in time out here in California. So I rock with Cali.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And so how do you plan on, what's one of the things that you see that you need to do to kind of help that growth with California and Texas?
it just uniting all my pieces. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of homies out here. You know, people that I know in the industry. A lot of DJs, people like yourself, and somebody like you understand the Texas-California movement because you know you don't live in Texas.
I rocked in Dallas for a minute, man. Shout out to my K104 family out in Dallas.
Exactly. So it just really just all the people that I'm cool with. I'm just connecting all the dots together because I'm doing a lot of stuff in Texas too. So I want to bring a lot of my people out here to Texas. You feel me? Do different events, make bread, do a lot of different stuff. So it's just a movement. And another piece to it is Nipsey was a homie. That was a close homie. We got records together. He was on the Ice Cream Paint Job remix. He came out on the BET. He came out on the BET Awards with me when it was back when we did that remix. And so we've been having a long, extensive relationship. And one of the last conversations we had was in Dallas, back in March, and we was talking about he wanted me to come out here to his new studio and get some work in. We was gonna work on the Texas-California record that I put out. Obviously, we never got to do, but it's just so many different elements of California that goes with what I'm doing, and I'm just putting it all together, man. I got a lot of strong relationships, a lot of love, and that's what it is. It's a movement.
How did his passing affect you? Because I know a lot of conversations I've had with people, including it reflects on how I feel as well. It's sometimes after somebody passes, you realize certain things that you've experienced with them that maybe you took for granted, or certain things that they shared with you. Talk about some of the experiences that he shared with you, or things that he shared with you that have stayed with you.
Well, first of all, my first big TV performance, which was a big deal for me, was the BET Hip Hop Awards some years back, and Nipsey came out with me, so we experienced that together, and that was his first big look, as an artist, and a lot of people wasn't on the Nipsey then,
And what got you? How did you and him? How did you gravitate toward Nip and vice versa?
I always been ahead of what was going on, so I always knew what was going on in other areas. And I remember when Nipsey dropped the Crisscross video with the sample, the Crisscross sample. That's when I first seen Nipsey. And I remember it was something about him that I was like, oh, he kind of dope. This before we met, and then when it came about that I did the remix, Snoop was on that remix, Snoop Dogg. So Snoop was the one that was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, Nipsey. He was kind of like representing, saying that was his artist, but it wasn't. He was just helping Nipsey get on. He was like, hey, if you rock with Nipsey,
that was Uncle Snoop.
Uncle Snoop, yeah, Uncle Snoop was like, if you rock with Nipsey on this remix, like I really show love, because he came out on the awards too. And I was like, yeah, I know who Nipsey is. Like I already knew who he was, and I thought Nipsey was dope from the jump, so I was cool with that, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up coming out on my remix. It was Snoop, Soulja Boy, Nipsey, and like Jim Jones. It was, you know what I'm saying? That was
I remember.
Yeah. So that's how we started. We experienced that, but then after that, that's our relationship started. Then, I brought him to Dallas one time for my birthday. He came to Dallas. We had did a song, and we and I hit him up one day. I was just like, bro, let's shoot the video, and came out to Dallas. I picked him up from the airport. I remember, driving, getting pulled over with Nipsey in the car. I was speeding down the freeway. Anyway, long story short, he came, showed love at my birthday party. We kicked it a lot that weekend in Dallas. We shot the video to The Low End, which is a dope record we got that came out of my one of my albums. And we just, over the years, different shows. We did a lot of shows together, had a lot of conversations. Every time me and Nipsey had a conversation, it was something that really stuck with me. It was always something deeper than just like some small talk. So we just shared a lot of different experiences together. But as like you say, when stuff happened, you really realize how much stuff you took for granted, or you take it for granted, every day when you're experiencing something. So, but my whole thing is to keep Nipsey. I know what Nipsey is. I know what he stands for. I know what he'll want. And
you're gonna help. Do you got more Nipsey?
Yeah. Well, so
music?
So me and Nipsey got content that's out right now. That's different. Some of it never surfaced. Some of it we probably never even released. But how I'm gonna keep Nipsey lit is just through, you know what I'm saying, like knowing what Nipsey stand for, what he do, doing that. You feel me? Like being, keeping the marathon going. You feel me? Keeping the work and his visions and everything that he was doing going.
And what are you doing in Dallas as far as like what kind of projects do you have going on with the city to kind of help keep that going? So
I did a vigil for Nip, obviously in Dallas when that happened, and it really brought the city out. It really showed how much love Nip had. I mean, everywhere, of course, across the world, but even for me to see it from my city, You know, and knowing that a lot of people heard, and first time they heard Nipsey was when I brought him to the city, and I remember him making a dope connection with Dallas right then. And then you talking about years back, and then to see, you know, the whole city come out to honor Nip, you know what I'm saying? In even though it was a tragic moment, I just saw the love, and I saw
I caught that.
Yeah,
I saw that. And
yeah,
I was like, man, that's my dude right there, just putting it on.
Exactly. So Dallas. just even putting that together was something that I felt that was necessary for me to do. But what it's gonna be is throughout the years, you know, what I'm gonna continue to do, and it's really just gonna be putting on for, you know, a lot of stuff that Nip stood for. You know,
the city of Dallas puts on for you every day. And it's coming up July 18th.
Yeah,
Dorrough Music Day.
Actually, it's now it's August 4th. Now it's August 14th.
Oh, okay.
I mean August 4th, 2019. But later on this year. But yeah, we definitely putting on for Dorrough Day. That's gonna be the first one.
And explain Dorrough Day. What happens on Dorrough Day?
So basically, you know, what we doing is a celebrity basketball game and concert. But it's basically just it's gonna be an opportunity to give the city something that they never seen, something that they never had, giving back as far as on the entertainment side. But we also doing stuff like we doing something for mental awareness. We doing stuff for different charities in the city of Dallas. That's, you know, whether they thriving or not thriving, we basically putting back into the city with like the proceeds, and just everything we doing is giving back to the city. But it's also giving the city something to experience that they never experienced before.
And with your connections with the Dallas Cowboys and the NFL, because if I'm not mistaken, you're the only hip hop artist that has merchandise through the NFL.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Because we've gone to Dallas Cowboy games together because we're both Dallas Cowboy fans, obviously.
Exactly.
And we've had amazing times with that. Thank you, by the way.
100.
And you've done music, you've done, you know, anthems for the Cowboys as a hip hop artist, but that kind of tied you into the NFL. Talk about how that happened. Like, how did that come about, and where is that at now?
So it all started with them when I did the anthem for them some years back. I did the Cowboys official anthem. And then that turned into doing more music, doing more anthems for them. That turned into, hey, come out to the game. That turned to getting the sweet tickets. And it just turned into a relationship, you feel me, where it got to the point where it was like, you know what? We mutually came to an understanding that we should do something bigger, which turned into now the merchandise deal, music and performance deal, you know, also repping the brand and doing different things at the football games and even outside events. You know, we do a lot of little private NFL events and parties and different things. So it just turned into it started off something simple as the anthem, and it turned into a relationship over time. And I'm a diehard Cowboy fan, so it's real, you feel me? So, you know, putting on for the start, you know, was something natural, and it's only getting bigger.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. I'm coming. We're taking in another game this year, bro.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm dropping the ice ski video. I shot at the Cowboy Stadium. Actually, they dropping it during football season. So coming up in August, close to around the road day, you know, they're gonna drop that.
I'm looking at my calendar right now. I think I'm free.
Oh yeah, you dead free. You know you're a real Cowboy fan too. So you know I respect that. Like,
come
you ain't
on,
one of the
you
ones
already know how I get down.
Yeah, you know.
And then I'm gonna see you before that, actually.
Oh yeah, you coming out? Yeah, you coming out at the end of the month. You
We're gonna rock some club shit out there, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yo, last message for your people, your fans.
Man, you know, the new movement here, you know, the 6'3" movement is here, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother wave. And I just want y'all to tune in to the 6'3" movement. Follow me on the gram at 6'3". I'm finna get y'all all the new music, because I know that's what y'all really want. That's what they really want, is the product. So I'm just from this point, you know, I'm gonna let the music speak, you know, and unite this whole Texas, California back together, or put it together for the first time, because I don't think it'll really happen officially, but we're gonna do that, you know.
Dorrough Music, Dallas, Texas. Salute, bro.
Yeah.